Gotta unmute myself, unmute the thing, and then I think we should be able to go. Somebody say something.
Something.
Something. Perfect. I was just checking audio. All right, I'm going transition, and then you're
Now
gonna.
I hear like an echo.
Oh, you do? Is it okay?
No, I hear myself like 5 seconds later.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Maybe just need to turn off some microphone. I'm not too sure. Maybe the desktop audio on Twitch. Maybe.
Yeah, redo your speak where
Ooh.
the speakers are piping, probably for Twitch if you have Twitch open.
Should I go live or your
No,
message?
not yet.
Okay.
Wait, is it good now? We're not echoing anymore?
We. It's not echoing for us, not for
It's
me.
not echoing for us at
Now it
all.
is.
You got it still echoing for you? Turn your volume off on Twitch, maybe. Oh,
Oh yeah, we're just talking on Twitch.
okay. So is that what it
Just
was?
the video's not live.
Yeah, the video's not live. Oh, we're talking on Twitch, right? They're listening to us. So are you guys ready?
Cinema verite.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, welcome to our Twitch channel, Long Island Tabletop Gaming, and tonight we are playing Moroder with AJ.
I
Yeah.
still don't have a sign on. That probably will never change. And we have a couple people joining us. We have Kit, player 2, and
Yay.
Lex, player 1, hopefully because there's some technical issues with Zoom and everything.
Yeah, now it doesn't seem like the thing's transitioned over.
Oh, I can see us.
You can see us on your screen?
I can see us on Twitch.
Oh, you can. Okay, beautiful. Okay,
Yes.
great. All right.
So welcome to me just like, trying to see if my hair looks okay for 2 hours. That will happen. And I'm just trying to get some of these messages in order. Oh yeah, welcome to I guess what'll be session 0 of this campaign.
Cool.
We're going to be just doing some like getting to know the world, like how it works. It's not like a standard D&D setting, and also like Dave and Kit will be rolling their characters. Lex already has their character pretty much done, and yeah. So if you guys have any questions, let me know.
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
So it's D&D 5th edition?
It'll be using 5th edition, yeah.
Okay, great. And then I just want to make sure I don't press the wrong button.
That's all right.
I think we're okay. I think we're all good. So awesome. So what do you want us to do? We got to make characters, right?
Yes, you gotta make characters. So it's a little bit strange because not all classes and not all races are open.
Okay.
Because pretty much the world is it's like an insular city. It's walled and domed, so basically you're not getting out.
Okay.
However, like you are provided with everything you need. It's controlled by a religious organization with their citadel is in the middle of the what I guess when I finish drawing the map you will see.
Okay.
It's in, like smack in the middle of the city itself, and out on there's a bunch of cities. Like Moroder is the capital city of the continent, and there are a bunch of little satellite cities that are scattered across the continent, which is basically a wasteland except for the cities. And on the wastelands, what they call the plains, there are warring factions pretty much. So people typically do not leave the cities because of this, and it's also like suggested that you do not. There's also the deal that there's no magic basically, but we do have a contingency for that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, let me just get which classes and races we have available. I have my big ol'
Sure.
document.
And then it's Lex, right? What character do we have made already?
Lex has Siri, who is a
I got a spunky tiefling artificer, but now that the new Ebron came out, I got to double check if the class really got changed or if I'm
Mhm.
using the one from.
There's new rules for Artificer.
Came out today with the new Eberron book.
Oh wow.
Ah, should have guessed.
so
Apparently, it's like going to be a nightmare for DMs, but I need to read it first.
So yeah, so the races that we have included in the city are humans, halflings, half orcs, half elves, and tieflings. The one stipulation being for tieflings is that we have Siri already, and tieflings are rare.
Okay.
So pretty much like, there's like a one tiefling limit for the party, and we have our tiefling.
Okay.
That
Makes
face.
sense.
I love my disaster tieflings.
Sorry, can't have two tieflings.
It's fine.
The whole premise of the whole premise of the
Is that the
of-
rare? Yeah.
yeah,
that
the whole
makes
premise
sense.
of the thing is that like there's no call for adventurers in the city because there's no like want for freelancers to investigate the thing.
Okay.
Pretty much you guys are going to get thrown together randomly. So it's best that you not know each other.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
So everyone's going to have like their moment in the sun of exposition pretty much, and that's what we're going to do today, kind of.
Okay, great. And
So
now
sorry?
artificer, so do we need I mean I very often play a cleric character. I don't have to. But
well,
what were
we
you
have
thinking, Kit?
well, the classes that we have are
Oh,
artificer, fighter, rogue, monk, paladin, sorcerer.
okay. So I wouldn't have any issues with being the fighter, unless Kit, what are you thinking?
What were the available races again?
Humans, halflings, half orcs, half elves.
Okay. I usually play tieflings and half elves. But because I just know I know their stats best, but let me actually give
Be a
this a
half
thought.
orc, they're the best race.
Right?
I love my half orcs.
I would just in order to round out the party, I would just go plain vanilla human fighter. I got no problems with that.
Human fighter, that'd be cool.
Okay.
half elf rogue, halfling. I'm gonna do something I've never done in a D&D game before and do halfling.
Okay, cool.
What were the available classes again?
Artificer, fighter, rogue, monk, paladin, and sorcerer. And I know they said no magic. However, sorcerer stuff will be revealed.
Magical. Okay.
I mean, you will have access to spells and things, but there is a catch.
But they will work differently. Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm also working on backgrounds for certain classes that I don't really have, like, because of course, like, because of the no magic thing, some classes will be like locked out.
Makes sense.
But like for artificer, I would have student. Ranger, I guess, would be tracker. Fighter, you could have mercenary. Rogue, Rich suggested something called streetwise, which undercommon would be your language for that.
Okay.
And monk, I'm not sure yet. There'll just be custom classes just to, like, give some flavor and to, like, fit in better with the world. But of course, like, stuff like I guess stuff like sage and things would work for some backgrounds.
Okay. I'm interested in a halfling monk.
A halfling monk.
Ooh, that's pretty curious. Go flying through the air and whack some
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
So the monks, sorry, Lex, what was that?
No, my halfling monk just jumped up to tier 2. They're terrifying. Little savage hellfire monsters.
Oh, is that Maddie? Lex's stuff is not working. That
Yeah,
sucks.
we didn't get some mic. We didn't get some of what he said.
Yeah, some of the like Zoom is not working that well for on their computer. So
Okay.
Kid, it's working okay on yours, right?
Yeah, I mean it's working fine on me, and I can hear everybody fine.
Okay. I'm wondering if it's just like an internet connectivity issue.
It might be.
Mhm.
Is Lex using the inline mic and speaker, like just the laptop regular one?
Possibly. I'm not sure.
Okay. So like there's no headset or something? That's kind of, I don't know.
No, I thought they said they had a headset, but
If it's internet, that's not going to help. Yeah.
yeah.
Internet, it's nothing else. I get a message that says
Up there, yeah. See, it's all choppy
Yeah.
and everything. But yeah, apparently like the program is like overheating and like slowing down the Mac, which is like, not fun times.
No, that's definitely not fun times.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to hop off since you have your character already set up. I did not hear that at all. Sorry. Okay. Took that initiative, and now everything is all like cattywampus on the stream thing.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Oh, they're gonna try to reboot. So.
Oh,
So
okay.
Just
Just
leave
wait.
leave it for now.
Yeah. Hey guys, how's it going? Everybody just duck down real low and talk as I creep. That looks so creepy on Discord. I mean, on a Twitch.
Hello.
It's the hair too. Like I'm just seeing with like the hair in front.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Like, oh
Hey,
no, do I have
guys.
7 days to live?
How's it going? I do have kind of like a grudge kind of thing
Yeah.
going right now.
Yeah. That is funny.
It's like, yeah, sorry everyone, we're having technical difficulties and it happens. But yeah, so I guess sorry, I'm used to like Rich asking me questions.
Oh, sure.
and me
I didn't
answering.
realize it.
No, it's okay. I'm just because I'm not used to being the one that's like talking all the time.
No
I'm
problem.
usually I'm usually like waiting for somebody to like ask me something.
Then I'll take the lead. I didn't realize that. So
Oh no, it's fine. Like
so then actually, so if I'm gonna roll my stats, what do you do as usually a game master? Because like when I game mastered, sometimes I did 4d6 and
46 dropped the lowest one.
46 drop the lowest one. Yeah. Is
Oh,
that
is that the what we're using? We're using like point buy or
or you
standard
tell me? Yeah,
array?
you want to do point buy? I can do that too.
We've mostly been doing 46 drop the lowest one, random, and just assign the stat to whatever stat you want.
Okay. So
Okay.
6 times. I'm gonna start that process.
Mhm.
Yay. 13.
My stylus
So we
is
got
like,
human fighter and we have halfling monk.
yes.
So monks in this world would basically be like cultists, pretty much.
Martial arts cultists or just cultists?
Cultists.
That's great.
What would human fighters? Would they be sort of just
Human fighters would be okay. So I have some of the police in this class as fighters.
okay?
You could also be a bodyguard. You could also be an ex-soldier.
Ooh, I'm a veteran, so maybe I'll do X. No way. I mean, I'm a very honest. I'm just gonna roll that again. That's ridiculous.
I am sure that you
No,
rolled
no.
18s for everything. Some
No,
crazy how.
I'm just re-rolling it. It's too much. Oh my god!
18s
Well,
across the
I
board.
rolled 2 18s, but I'm not gonna play with an 18. Okay, I gotta have something low here.
Mhm.
6, 7, 8.
Now, what I'm wondering is for this, just speaking from like an admin point of view,
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering how it's going to work because Rich wants to use Roll20 for this. However, this
Oh, yeah.
overlay is not conducive to Roll20 because there's no big old space for like.
Ooh, I think it will work because actually, in my limited experience already, is
Mhm.
I can screen capture
Uh-huh.
like another window or something like that. I'm pretty sure I can get like if we use the dice rolling function on roll
Yeah.
20,
We tried that. It didn't work, but
it
I'm
didn't
sure
work.
like,
Oh, okay.
I think we tried that like last time when Rich tried to roll a character.
Okay.
He rolled a half elf rogue named Dave Mathiasen
Okay.
with a streetwise background.
Okay.
Hang on, let me bring up backgrounds real quick.
Do you want me to is Lex trying to get back in soon?
Lex is gonna try to get back in.
Should
Yeah.
I fix the stuff right now? I'll need to fix it again when Lex comes back in, but at least so people out there are not looking at crazy. Crazy,
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
if you'd like. Mhm.
Okay, let me try that. Crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy. You guys can
Is
keep
moving around?
keep talking when I'm doing this. I'm doing an you'll
Mhm.
see it in a second what I'm doing.
Yeah, no. I just see like half of me is in DM and half of me is in player one,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah,
is amusing to me.
yeah. It's just the way that these things are cropped.
Hmm. But yeah, for fighter, some of the I have I have some of them some classes police officers, like law
Okay.
enforcement, and bodyguards and like soldiers, things like that. Basically, you'd be on the front lines protecting the city.
Soldier I like if it fits into the storyline that you're looking for.
Yeah, it does kind of pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
I don't want to like limit people too much because I already like, basically like pulled this like, Blade Runner with Western elements fantasy world out of my head.
Okay.
And I introduced oh yeah, there's no magic by the way thing.
I
There
always
will be the opportunity to multi-class, but at a later level.
okay.
Like basically there will be like an inciting incident in which like more stuff will be opened up to you, and I think pretty much most of the classes and backgrounds and things will be open. Classes and backgrounds and things will be opened up.
Okay.
15, 13, 15, 13.
Kate, how's your character looking?
16, 13, couple of 13s,
Mhm.
15. I have to write them out first, and my
Okay.
stylus is not working.
Use a pen. Use a pen.
I have
and
lots of
paper.
pens, but for some reason
I have like my big old binder
paper.
of crap here. Oh, and just so you guys know, naming conventions are pretty much like analogous to like what our names would be, pretty much. Like
Okay.
just like
Peter or something like that.
Yeah, I mean Rich's character's named Dave, so
Okay. Well, that'd be confusing if I'm playing.
that's true. Yeah. So once you have your characters all set up, I'll ask you guys about backstories and things like that. I'll let you guys know, like,
Okay. So
For monks, I might have to make up something on the spot because, like, there is like a sort of pantheon in this. I have some NPCs made already.
Okay.
Whom you'll meet. And hopefully get the references. How's my sound? Just by the way, I
That's
always
good.
feel like I'm okay. Cool.
Yeah, you're good.
I remember some people saying that like I came in. I sound tinny sometimes on the.
Right now, I think it's pretty good.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Hopefully. Oh, Lex is at least back on Discord. They're trying to get back into the room. Let me check. I'm just gonna write everything down here. So
Okay. So I've got okay. So I'm working on a fighter right now too.
okay.
I mean, not two because I'm the only fighter. I'm working on a fighter.
There are a couple fighter NPCs.
Okay, good. So I was a soldier, but I worked in. I wasn't a frontline soldier. I worked in supply.
You worked in supply.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're like a merchant marine.
So essentially, what I did was
Quartermaster.
Yeah, like a quartermaster. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
cool.
Great. Oh, actually, I just adjusted the screens, but then it looks like Lex joined again. So let me adjust the screens again.
I
And
think it's working now, but
oh
You sound
yeah,
awesome now.
it sounds much
Yeah,
Good.
you sound
better.
really good now.
I'm doing it without video though because I'm thinking the video might have been what got me last.
That's partly why I just don't use video.
You
Okay.
It's partly
nameless
because my
ghouls,
video is
you.
just not set up to center on me anyway.
Just use the picture of Siri that I'm using on the character sheet.
That would work actually. I don't know how I would do that personally, but you know.
I think if you did, I mean, I could mess around with it.
Yeah.
But I think that if you like email me the photo, I think I can add it. I'm just not too sure if I know exactly how to, but I can certainly figure it out.
I like cuz I definitely when I first joined Zoom, like my Gmail icon was like my photo.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it had like my logo on it and so that's what I thought that like, you know, the default would be like the logo from Gmail.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it like depending on how you sign on, it uses like whatever Gravatar or Avatar service.
Mhm.
Skype did that too for me for a while.
So Lex, you're good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet. Good. Good.
Okay, I'm just readjusting everybody again, and then we should be good to go. I mean, you guys can keep talking while I'm doing this, but it's up to you.
So wait, you're a soldier who worked in supplies.
Correct. So, you know, I was near the front lines whenever there's warfare. There is warfare, you're saying?
Not really. Like
Okay.
you would have been just defending pretty much like so you remember how I said that there were warring factions on the plains?
Yeah.
You would have probably been like around the perimeter,
Okay.
basically. So when you say supplies, like what do you mean? Just like, you know,
Well, basically, like, you know,
like a quartermaster.
yeah, but I wasn't high rank. I mean, I've actually left this. I'm not a soldier anymore. I've left. You know, do we have mandatory service in this time?
No.
Okay. So then I spent about 4 years doing it, and then I left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you do now?
So I'm like 20. I'm like, well, that is the problem. Uh I am unemployed right now. So I am looking for work or whatever, and so wherever we meet, that's somehow how I fell into this.
So
Too real.
so do you want to be so like you can just be like a oh, how about you are in like a fight club or something?
That's interesting. If that fits the
Oh
storyline,
no,
sure.
wait, like
Well,
the
I've got it.
supplies guy.
Well, look, I've got a 17 strength and 8 intelligence,
Mhm.
and then 13 wisdom, 13 dexterity, 15 constitution, and 13
Did you say 8 intelligence?
Yes.
Oh no, what happened there with that dice roll?
Well, the thing was I
Did
rolled
2 dice fall off the table?
no, I rolled 2 18s in a row, and that's just ridiculous. So I just said I'm scrapping the 18s, and then the next die roll was an 8, so that sort of evened it out. It's okay, because
All right.
my other stats are really good: 17 strength, 13 wisdom, 13 dexterity, 15 constitution, 13 charisma, and this is before I've made the adjustments for being a human, for being a fighter, and everything like that. So so and oh, by the way, his name is Charles Day Charleston.
Wait, say it again.
Charles Day Charleston. My parents named me that for some reason. I have no idea. So is there
So Charles D.E. Charleston?
Charleston. Is there a Charleston in this world? Like a village or a town or something? Or
A
a
did.
city? A street in the city named Charleston?
No.
Okay, so
I
I
don't
have no
think
idea where I
so.
got this name then, but that's okay.
I'm not gonna think too much on it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay.
It's literally just like a walled city that I just like pulled out of the dark recesses of my mind. It's basically like if Quentin Tarantino did a D&D campaign and liked a lot of like, you know, like Outrun and vaporwave stuff.
Right,
That's how
okay.
I'm pitching this mess.
Okay, that makes sense. Perfect sense. So I don't know where I got that name from, but obviously my parents gave it to me. But and they're both
Do
Pat.
do people call you Chuck?
They do not. They call me Charles.
Okay, that's gonna okay.
But when I was in the military, see, it gets confusing because when I was in the military, or when the character was in the military, they called him Charleston because you call everybody by their last name.
We'll call you Charleston then.
Yeah, there you go. I answer by either. So, all right. So basically, he's a bulky guy. Charleston has got some weight to him. He's got some
Mhm.
strength. He's healthy.
How old is he?
I would say he's probably about 26,
26.
and
Okay.
he's human. So, however we meet.
And so he's 26, ex-military, supply guy.
Yep.
So being a quartermaster, would that mean he knows like, weaponry and stuff like that?
Yes, I may not
Well, he is a
be.
fighter, so
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that Charleston's fighting skills are
Mhm,
not like top notch, but he knows weapons. He's been around weapons.
mhm,
He's handed out weapons. He's received weapons from blacksmiths and stuff like that. He's bought
mhm.
them. He's been given money to buy equipment and armor and arrows and all this stuff. So he's very, very familiar with weapon systems. He's he's a good fighter. That's about it.
Okay. Um, so what's your family like?
Well, my mother passed away when I was probably about 10.
Dead mom,
Yeah, so and then my
Disney princess.
yeah, there you go. Now my father just passed away last year. So
Okay.
when I would
Whoop.
be when I'd leave the military, I would go to, my house, and my father was he was injured at his job. He worked. Is there any docks or anything here?
Oh no, this is a
This is
barren wasteland of a city.
barren wasteland of city.
Pretty much like, okay, so pretty much like the city I'm picturing is um like if somebody really built up Pittsburgh.
Okay. All right.
And it's kind of got like, that kind of outrun aesthetic, like, like in Blade Runner, where
Right.
it's like, kind
Oh,
of like it's futuristic but also kind of gross looking.
so actually, this is futuristic too, right? This is not medieval. Is that what we're looking at?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay. So it's futuristic.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then, so yes. So then he does know weapon systems. He's just not as skilled now. So then basically, then my father just passed away last year, but he really didn't work for like the last 10 years. I was supporting him
Mhm.
because he got injured doing a construction job. So he was in construction.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
I do not.
Only child?
I am an only child, as far as I know. Yeah.
You got friends?
Yeah, yeah. I've got definitely 3 or 4 military buddies who are still in the military.
Okay. That is good actually. Charleston, the human fighter who
No,
has an 8 intelligence.
he's not a fighter. He's a requisition sergeant.
Okay.
That's a bit of a difference.
So how do you spend your days typically?
Well, up until last year, I spent my days really taking care of my father.
Mhm,
That was a lot of it. I had to bathe him, and I had to feed him, and I had to get him to his doctor's appointments, and
mhm,
it was really hard. Now, in the past year, I've I've tried to, get a couple. I've gotten just odd jobs in some office work, and it's been hard. That's why wherever we meet, I'm interested in whatever's going on because I need to get out of here.
Okay, so you can't.
Well, I know, but I need to get out of,
Look,
well,
you need to get out of this rut that you're in.
yeah, my
You're in a
dad.
rut, you got to get out of it.
Right, I've got a condo or equivalent that my dad left me, but
Good.
I'm just in there, you know, just there.
So you would basically be like working as a bouncer, maybe like
A
a couple
bouncer.
nights a week.
A bouncer position would be really good for me, but I haven't done that. One of my friends told me that I should look into bartending, but
Ah, that works
yeah, but I can't remember the drinks, so I don't
because you
know.
have an 8 intelligence.
Though I tried it. I
Do you
signed.
want to re-roll that? Because somebody in the chat made a very good point that maybe a quartermaster should be a little bit smarter than
Oh,
a
that
-1.
that is an excellent point. I forgot to check the chat. The thing is that I wasn't really a quartermaster. I worked for the quartermaster. I was more like a clerk.
Assistant to the quartermaster.
I was
You were the
very.
gopher.
I was the
Here's
gopher.
list.
Yes, I was the gopher. Thank you so much.
All right.
Charles
So,
Gopher de Charleston.
Yeah.
oh, can we call you Gopher?
Uh,
That's like you're like Radar O'Reilly, but Gopher.
I am sort of like Radar O'Reilly, but I'm big and strong as opposed to Radar. Yes.
You're
True.
big. You're a big gopher.
Radar
big
was strong in his
Very
heart.
thanks.
He was strong in his heart. He had to deliver that message when when Henry died.
Yes,
That
yes.
entire room.
Oh, that.
It's not a spoiler. MASH aired 40 years
No,
ago.
but like that still hurts. That still hurts.
Was it Henry?
Love
That was
MASH.
that was the name of the guy, right?
I
Henry.
think it was Henry. Yeah.
There were no survivors.
Okay, so I got to speak like the gopher from Winnie the Pooh. I don't think I could do that.
God, Gopher is the Winnie the Pooh character I think the least about.
I was actually literally thinking like, go for this, go for that.
Gopher.
Oh, it's a gopher.
Yeah.
So human fighter Dave. So with your parents gone,
Yeah.
what is your lifestyle like? Are you like bougie and rich now with your inheritance, or
No,
was
I
that mostly eaten up by medical bills
yeah,
and
I am
you live in like the disgusting part of town?
no, I don't live in a disgusting part of town. I live in like a middle class kind of area, but
Okay.
I have very limited money. I need to find something better.
All right. I know exactly where to put you.
Okay, good.
And let's see. What else I possibly think of for Charleston? What's your personality like?
That's a good question. So I think that he, um, he's like one of those people that you meet that, just who's has the looks, has the physique, has the already life experiences being in the military, being a veteran. I don't know if that's prestigious or not in your world, but maybe it is.
It's all right.
He's got connections. He's got military connections,
Mhm.
certainly in a way. And he's had to take care of his father, and his mother died young, when he was younger.
Mhm.
So, he's got a lot, really, a wealth of life experiences. But he's like one of those people that you meet that you're like, oh my gosh, this person is amazing, and they just haven't, they haven't found their way, or I don't know what you call it. They haven't, they should be successful and with their talent, but they just haven't. And he's strong, so he can crush cans.
All right, cool. um so at the start of the campaign, would you like him to be already in his bartender role?
Ooh, interesting. So like I said, I don't think that he. Oh, okay. Let's mix it up because I'm from the
Mhm.
service industry, so I know a lot about it.
Oh,
He can't.
ex-service industry, so
Yeah, ex-service. Okay, so he can't remember the drinks. So he's a big guy. He's 26 years old.
Mhm.
You know what he is? He is the bar back. He's the
he's the
guy
bar
that
back.
he's the guy that just he goes to get he restocks the ice. He gets the drinks for the bartenders and everything like that. So
All right.
and he's strong. So I don't know if they have kegs and stuff like that. He can move kegs like there's no tomorrow.
All right. I pretty much know how to get you to the inciting incident now.
Okay, great.
Just for funsies, what celebrity would he look like?
Ooh, that is a good one. Um,
Like a Chris Evans, Captain America?
Actually, I think he's a little bit more tall and I think he's no, yeah, I guess he may not be that that muscular in like a Captain America kind of situation. I think
So pre-serum. No, just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah. I see him as yeah, that's a good question. That's really good. I might have to think about that for a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I was thinking that he would be Yeah, I think he's a little bit tall.
Hmm. So like 6'4"?
Yeah, something like that maybe. Yeah, and so he actually doesn't fit behind the bar that good.
It's a halfling bar.
It's a halfling bar, forget it.
All right. So, is he gonna be human
He's
or
human.
variant human?
Human.
Not variant.
No.
Okay. I forgot to say variant human is an option.
Oh, okay.
Um. So, is there anything else that I can think of? If I think of anything else, like I'll just throw it at you. So again, we're just getting to like characters and things like that today.
Yeah.
And then next week, you guys are gonna get. I mean, in 2 weeks, that's when y'all are gonna be thrown together, and it's gonna be fun. Hopefully.
Okay, great.
Kit, what have you got?
Still kind of musing over the monk in this world. I'm musing over background still after all that.
Right, monk is like the instead of gopher, he's woodchuck. I'm checking out the chat. Woodchuck, I like that because your name is Charles. Maybe you got a tooth thing happening. That's like your one flaw.
I have a 13 charisma, so maybe he's like everybody thinks that but that big tooth, the two big front teeth, just sort of turn people off. Is that what you're sort of saying?
Nah, he can be like a chiseled Adonis. So yeah, monk is the class that actually like I have the least amount of like I'm the least versed in.
Okay, should I pick something else?
Oh no, I was saying like if you want to like we can explore the monk class together. So that's actually the one because when I was thinking monk, I would just have them like be as cultists basically.
Yeah, so the thing with monk classes, and this is kind of based on what like default D&D is kind of, they're kind of this cross between like martial arts badass and like cultists, like to kind of begin with. So it kind of depends on how you want to slant that in the more martial arts direction or like the more kind of weird religious culty direction.
I was picturing them as basically as like Hare Krishnas hanging out at like the subway.
Ooh. Okay. Or the
like,
Hare Krishnas. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I was thinking. Like they're Hare Krishnas.
Okay. I can work with that.
But to what god, I wonder, because I said the pantheon is kind of, there is one that's like that I know that I have like fleshed out pretty much, but it's
What
kind
is
of a
that
spoiler,
one?
so I can't let it go. But I mean, I can probably make something up. But you probably would be at home like touting a prophecy or something like that, or at least a prophecy that like you yourself believe in.
So just for the pun and because the song's been in my head, can I have this halfling be utterly convinced? This might cross over into paladin, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Be utterly convinced that like they heard like a song of inspiration and they're like, yes, I will be the savior of the broken and the damned. And they just decided to like make that their like religious belief.
So you want to have the Gospel of Gerard Way basically be your scripture.
If it's futuristic, who's to say that Gerard Way does not have a gospel?
It's my future. There's no My Chemical Romance.
Like,
I don't care if they're reuniting.
I mean, I'm also because like monk classes are not a class I tend to really work with, so I'm kind of going toward what I don't usually choose.
I'm sorry I took away tiefling from you, but
it's fine.
Lose or lose.
Also, because I just like the idea of a martial arts halfling.
Tiny halfling, just like
just tiny halfling, just being all like You don't see me. I'm not in this hallway. I'm down the hall. Yeah. I parkoured like through this hallway for no reason.
I have parkoured. I mean, I would have to like actually like do a deep dive into the Pantheon a little bit more just to like, have you, unless you want to have unless you want to be like a lone street preacher with a very like very stringent with like a very ironclad code that only you know.
I'm
basically.
also down with being like the Man in Black kind of street preacher, of like the wandering street preacher who like does odd jobs here and there. Kind of Johnny Cash style.
So would you think you'd be better suited as a charlatan rogue?
Yeah.
Basically just like, grifting people.
Low-key
like,
grifting.
Yeah, basically like pretending to be like a holy man or woman.
I'm
but really
totally
just like,
done with that. Yeah.
So would you be more comfortable just being a rogue then instead of a monk?
Just like a rogue.
Be like, yeah, I'm like totally like, a holy person. I'm with the church. And
just totally banking on that charisma.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But you're just like, you're just like a grifter. You don't really believe in anything.
I'm just trying to survive.
So, would you be playing a man, woman, non-binary?
I was thinking non-binary, but they go by James or Jimmy.
There's a James already.
For a specific reason. Particularly like at least
one of the
is
NPCs is named James, so that might get confusing.
Well, I was specifically thinking of like Jimmy Stewart, like that sense of like wholesomeness projecting.
So Stewart, maybe?
Yeah,
hey, Stewart's good.
Stewart's good. Stewart's good.
Stuart Smalley.
Stuart.
Got a last name, Stewart?
Stuart Smalls.
Stuart Smalls. So like Stuart Smalley.
Yeah.
And you're a halfling, right?
Yep.
That's perfect.
Oh, that's cruel.
Perfect.
But like you don't know if it was actually like a legit like last name or it's just like one of those like people just call me that.
Stuart Little. I just saw in the chat.
Stuart Little.
That did not ping with me. I don't know why. My EB White sensor's completely off. You're gonna be getting
yes, I am in fact a mouse. Is that how it goes?
So Stuart Smalls, non-binary.
Yeah.
NB, I can't spell today. And so are you going to be Charlatan Rogue?
Charlatan Rogue, let's do it.
All right, let's do that. I believe in nothing, Lebowski.
That's just your opinion, man.
Lex, you still with us or did you dip?
Oh, no, I'm still here.
Cool. So you could provide color commentary or scream at me if I make too many references to pop culture or the 70s.
I'm right with you on that one.
That will happen. It's the consequence of having your best friend and babysitter basically be Nick at Night during the 90s. So
mine was Hitchcock films.
So Stuart, why are you such a jerk?
Wow.
Why are you grifting people?
They don't really intend to be. I think that they just had like a couple bad experiences. The story changes each time.
It's one of those. It's like, want to know how I got my scars? Kind
of, but like more benign.
Okay.
More like if they get really emotional or like really drunk, they'll start talking. From what it sounds like they were probably a guard or in the military as well. Did a couple years. Got burnt out. And just like instead of returning back and like being like middle class GI Bill type, they were one of the ones that got burnt and like dragged out the other end.
Okay, so basically bureaucracy murdered your passion for anything.
Yeah.
Because that would basically because like the military here, they don't actually like go out into the field. They don't actually go out into the place. They defend. They purely defend.
We've gotten attacked. The city's gotten attacked multiple times.
Not recently.
Okay.
Pretty much the city has been walled for 200 years, and basically to they know of like the warring factions on the plains, but the cities themselves are like heavily guarded, heavily like walled and protected.
Here's a question for you.
What's that?
Did they work in marketing or propaganda?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking that they did their stint, they were assigned to maybe propaganda or or yay patriotism kind of posts, and then
it's pretty much the world is a boring it's a boring dystopia.
Okay.
Yeah, they were like in charge of they had a media post.
Okay, so Stuart was a propagandist.
Yep.
And
that just kind of killed off their dreams.
But why is Stuart now a charlatan?
Because now he doesn't know like what to believe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He was writing, like his job was writing things that he kind of knew, like, wait, like this isn't right, these numbers aren't right, we're not at war with Eurasia, the war is constantly in Eurasia. And like some of them were more benign than not, but like he's still like crisis of faith kind of, okay, I'll just leave and I'll just kind of, now I don't know what to believe, and just kind of drifting and surviving. And
how old are you?
Going life is, watching French movies that didn't get out.
The French new wave cinema.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it well. That's German. I'm sorry. The 400 blows, all of the Truffaut retrospective.
But just that sense of like he's just really burnt out at this point.
Okay, so we got 2 burnt out vets. That's cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stuart, how old are you?
2 burnt out vets and an idealistic grad student.
Oh God, Siri. We'll get to Siri in a bit. I just want to flesh out Stuart a little bit more. So Stuart, how old are you?
Probably just did a tour. I'm kind of using some comparison here. Grad student age probably, so like 24, 25. Like enough to have done a couple years and gotten out.
So it's possible that you had at least some kind of fleeting contact with Charleston.
Maybe.
I wonder if this halfling is a regular in the bar.
Probably a regular at the bar.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And sees this big,
irregular,
big, strong guy like just working behind the bar and getting in everybody's way.
So, what's your family life like, Stuart?
They're still alive. I mean, I survive day to day. We just don't have much contact.
Okay, so you're not currently living with your
not currently
family.
Living with them, no.
Okay, so what is your lifestyle like? Are you,
if there's free food in the neighborhood, I'm there.
Okay. So like a grad student, basically.
Like a grad student, yeah. I probably am that person that shows up on like grad fairs on campus
for the pizza.
For free food.
Well, so you would probably be at home by the Citadel.
Probably.
Which is where the university is located. So if you want to grift your way into the Citadel at some point for like, the free pizza or whatever they eat in the future, I don't really know.
Or just pretend like, yeah, I totally belong here. I'm totally a adjunct faculty. Yep. We'll all look like this.
Yep. Awesome.
Well, at the bar I work for happy hour, they have free paddles. A paddle's like a little pancake.
Oh, I thought you meant like a thank you, sir. May I have another?
No. It's like a little.
What bar were you working at?
It's like a mix between a pancake and a waffle. It's called a paddle, and they put them on the bar.
I like that.
That's nice and definitely not what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
That's the Moroder specialty. That's one of the cultural dishes, a paddle, a waffle pancake. It's like a stroop waffle. It's like soft.
Yeah, that's sort of what it is. Yeah.
So,
Floppy level.
let's see. So your family is alive.
Yeah.
Have they disowned you, or
Stuart
have you
probably
disowned them?
Stuart probably used their any military benefits like that didn't go directly to just like paying the bills, probably to them.
Oh, so you helped support
Yeah,
your
so I helped
family?
support them. Yeah. But we're distant.
What do they think of your lifestyle
Now or when we like
now?
so here's the follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
In this setting,
Mm-hmm.
are like non-binary people just there, or like is there bias, or
No, they just exist.
they just exist? Okay.
Yeah,
Is there
it's not really like a thing.
is there
No one's
robots?
gonna like. What's that?
Is there robots?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there are artificers, so
Yeah. Okay.
there could be robots.
Okay.
Like, if they so decide.
Okay.
Um,
I had to build the robot.
do you have siblings?
One's younger, probably in school. Probably
Okay.
finishing up high school. Thinking about college. That's probably why I was helping support the family, was so that they could get into college.
So they too would be studying at the Citadel. Eventually,
That
everybody
also
ends up.
explains why I'd be hanging out there, just to kind of be like, hey, if you need crash space, that's cool, but like, can't guarantee.
Yep. All roads lead to the Citadel, basically.
Okay.
Nice.
Literally and figuratively. So let's see.
But very much like swamp hours, like all hours of the night.
Mhm.
Just like random schedules.
Mm-hmm. So, where do you live?
Probably like studio apartment type place.
Okay, so when Rich was rolling for his character, basically he was playing a rogue. He's gonna be playing a rogue as well, and his character of Dave Mathiasen, the half-elf rogue, he lived in like the disgusting, gross section of the city, like the poor section of the city, and
not quite that disgusting, but like clearly had like better times.
Okay.
like definitely a district that like was probably a rich district, and then like now is like the not quite as bad as the poor district, but not like,
so it reverse gentrified.
Yeah, like it reverse gentrified. Like there was a flight going on.
So it was like, I guess, Detroit, the Detroit part of Moroder.
Yeah, kind of.
You just see like all these like burnt out Fords on the street.
Well, and also like I was actually thinking in mind, have you seen Into the Spider-Verse?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh. But like I was gonna
I
say,
have to.
The other Peter Parker.
What's that?
I was gonna say, think of the other Peter Parker.
The older one?
The older one, yes.
Oh, so Nick Miller from New Girl. I love him. Jake Johnson. Yeah, I love him. So okay,
so, like,
again,
clearly had better days and like trying to hang on to like something, but is failing.
I'm just gonna write Jake Johnson, but small. So would that be your celebrity analog?
That, or because obviously it's gonna come up because I'm playing a halfling.
Don't say Danny DeVito. He's not a halfling, he's a gnome.
No, he's a very small troll.
He's a troll.
I was actually going to say Dinklage and the Station Agent specifically.
Ooh, oh yeah, I love like Dinklage.
Yeah, we're like, it's clearly Dinklage, but like there's that edge to him in the Station Agent where he just wants to be left alone and like it's kind of abrasive. Yeah, like he's kind of more like that.
So just Peter Dinklage in wait, was Station Agent pre or post Game of Thrones? I can't remember.
It was pre.
I remember Peter Dinklage on 30 Rock, and also remember him on his very compelling arc on Nip Tuck.
Wow, that's
yeah, that was a deep. I loved him.
That was deep cut there.
I loved Nip Tuck, and then it got like every Ryan Murphy thing that ever happens. It got horrible at the end. Like,
yeah, well,
but
I do recommend the Station Agent if you have not seen it.
I know that one movie where he plays a man who goes dumpster diving, finds a baby, and tries to raise it to be his wife.
What?
I know. I thought I dreamt it until I looked it up. I don't remember the name, but you can find it if you Google search Peter Dinklage dumpster
The
baby movie.
filmography, yeah.
But
definitely that sense of like had better days.
you had better days, but you still have that gravitas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to turn on the charm, I definitely can.
So you're Tyrion Lannister, is what you're saying.
I can go from rough to Tyrion Lannister. Yeah, there's a range there. There's a range.
Cool. All right. Is there anything?
Well, Charlatan Rogue, you got to have that range, you know.
So, how do you spend your days? This feels like a job interview. How do you spend your days? What do you want to see yourself in 5 years?
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Exactly.
I mean, they probably just take up whatever gigs they can. So, like, if there's studies or like if there's a university, he probably will like volunteer for studies.
I was gonna say, like, is he like just donating his plasma every Friday?
Donating to the local mages for like blood magic. I don't know.
There's no mages, remember that?
Oh yeah.
There was this one show, I forget what it was called. It was, I think, on FX. It was just about these two dudes who just donate, like, you know, their bodies to science and just live with the effects. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, that was a thing a while back. Yeah,
I can't remember the name. But he's just like, when he's not grifting, he's like,
yeah, like at this point he's just kind of like trying to make it week by week.
Mm-hmm. So he lives in basically Detroit.
Yeah. Like his bills aren't that much, but he's still kind of drifting for now.
Oh, also, there's no cell phones in this world. There's no communication devices. I pretty much wanted this to be like an 80s person's view of the future, pretty much. So there's like not really that much. Like I wouldn't be like, oh, there's cell phones, there's live streaming, there's social media. I would just be like, there's not really anything of that. It's not even that important. It wouldn't even play in.
Is there virtual reality?
I haven't given that really much thought.
Because
like, are there
I thought
terminals and they're just static and like you don't have cell phones, or like?
Say it again.
Like, is there virtual reality, but you have to like be plugged into like a huge thing?
Well, see, I was thinking
like in the 80s, yeah.
David, what were you saying?
I was just brainstorming. And I could change it. It doesn't. I don't have to keep it. But I was thinking the bar I worked at is called Center Street Champs.
Center Street Champs.
Yeah. So, and then on Friday night we have virtual reality boxing.
Ooh.
And then on Saturday night we have rock band karaoke.
So wait, what would that be like? Would that just be like two dudes in Oculus Rift helmets just punching the air?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
cool.
but somehow like on a stage or something, everybody can watch the
like a rig.
The avatars duke it out.
So it would be like real steel, but like but
video,
without the robots.
Not with the robots, just video, avatars up there.
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool actually. Yeah, I'll allow it. Why not? It's my world. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, and then the thing is then it could be not like so futuristic. It might be like the reason why they have to do this at a bar. Like you don't have home systems that do this. This is maybe the only place in the whole city that does virtual reality boxing, because you need a big computer or whatever, big space.
Would Charleston be like a ringer?
No, he's a barback.
Oh, okay. I thought that he would be a ringer, like somebody would like seedy intentions would be like you're like farm strong. Why don't you get up there and like win me some money?
Well, that could be a storyline you incorporate, but he's not that skilled in fighting, so.
What's his strength in con?
Well, I just was fleshing out the character, using the player's handbook, and all humans get +1 on abilities. So actually, he does have an 18 strength right now, and a 16 constitution. So that's really good.
I love how humans are the merriest of Sues for class for races.
Yeah,
no, they're not. Still good.
I know half elves and elves, whatever, but like people are just like let's give humans like an extra boost.
Yeah,
like
half elves in 5e, they're broken.
You know what? Actually, there are cell phones, but they're flip phones.
Okay,
they are the most basic of communication.
So no magic, but what you're saying is sort of like late 1980s, early 1990s tech in a way, as a comparison.
Kind of, yeah.
Maybe. Like there's wired communication. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you like that idea with Center Street Champs,
I do enjoy that idea.
okay, cool.
I do very much enjoy that idea.
I'm sorry,
Um,
I'm meowing. I have a cat.
Meow.
Kit Patch is
Meowing
on
at
her
me.
on her own screen. That Kit Patch is her own cam.
Should the cat be in player 5 section?
Yes, do it.
I told her I was playing D&D, and then she went to nap for a bit, and I was like,
Mm.
"Oh, I see."
She's
how
like, "Oh, you're busy. Oh, whatever. It's gonna take hours. I have hours."
it's like. I guess I'm not getting pets for hours. Then I see how it is.
So, do you have a? I forgot to ask. Did any of y'all have partners, girlfriends, boyfriends,
Nope.
wives, husbands?
Nope. How about
Stuart.
the tiefling?
We'll get to Siri in a bit.
Oh no.
So y'all are single.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Who is your best friend?
Halfway.
Anybody?
That'd be great.
Dave, who's your sorry, Charleston, who's your best friend?
Best friend would be this guy named Billy Hatchet.
Billy, I like that name.
Yeah.
That's super 50s.
Yeah.
What's he like? Tell me about him.
Well, the thing is that he sort of took me under his wing.
Mhm.
He had lost a hand in an accident, not in warfare, but he's got to be about 55 years old, and so he was put into the supply section, and he took me under his wing. So he taught me. He was basically like a surrogate father. Although I loved my father, and he was around for a long time, but this guy Billy Hatchet, he helped me in the army quite a bit. So
Do you and Billy hang regularly?
we used to when I was in the service, but now he's stationed wherever he is in the town, maybe on the other side of the town or maybe in the center of the city. So I don't see him as much. Um, about once every 2 months, he comes to Center Street Champs to check on me.
Cool. Stuart, who's your best bud?
Um.
You can say Darkness.
Hello, Darkness, my old friend. It's time to talk with you again.
Why are you here? It's 4 p.m.
It's 5 p.m. What is this? Oh, it's November. Oh shit.
Yep. Mhm.
Stuart, I don't know. When Stuart was in the service, there was a guy named Goose.
Don't. Did he die in a very tragic plane accident? Just falling out of the sky? Did he look like Anthony Edwards?
Great Balls of Fire. Oh yeah. I went there.
Playing with the boys. All right, so no ethereal Kenny Loggins music followed him around anywhere.
He did have pretty high charisma. There was probably a reason why he was working like marketing media.
Mm-hmm. Is he a halfling too,
Edge of Tomorrow? Have you seen the movie Edge of Tomorrow?
No.
Okay, pick any Tom Cruise movie. Basically,
Cocktail.
Kind of idea of like he was the face. Or a face from A-Team. Like he was the face.
Gotcha. So he was like a Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember Face's actor from the original A-Team.
Bradley Cooper was a good face.
All right. Is he a human or a halfling?
Human, but like he was trying to like get me to have more confidence and like not be as burnt out because the job really did take a lot out of people.
Okay.
But post change, not sure if he retired or is still in. Don't know what happened to him since. Just lost contact.
Cool. Okay. I can work with that. So, Stuart Smalls, non-binary, Charlatan Rogue, 2425. I have no idea what I wrote here.
Looks like a cranky young Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, Detroit.
Yeah.
I also wrote Jake Johnson, but with 2 T's for some reason, but small. Propagandist. His family is alive and was at least supportive not so much anymore, you said?
Supportive initially, yeah.
But you're still tight with your younger sibling.
Yeah. Like I'm kind of the black sheep where like they don't talk to me because I feel guilty that I shamed them and like didn't do right.
Mhm. And your story and your tragic backstory changes with whomever you tell.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to like, make you roll for that. I can just make up a tragic backstory,
roll
like
a d6, which is it today?
yeah, roll a d6 and just be like, all right, so your tragic backstory was you once saw a goose. I don't know. I'm not bad at making up. I'm thinking of Untitled Goose Game. A goose just traumatized you and threatened war upon your people.
There was a village, there was a goose.
There was a village, there was a goose. Peace was never an option.
Yeah.
All right, now Siri, what's up?
I don't know. Confused grad student building things, and they often blow up in her face. So it's a good thing she can resist fire.
So, hang on, let me write down. I'm doing this old school, writing this all down, like in my binder, just so that you don't hear the tap 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 of like of the keyboard. So Siri, what is your class?
She's the artificer, so she tinkers.
All right. So Zoom is working better now that you're not on video?
Yeah.
Ooh, Charleston looks like a strong Ryan Gosling. I like that too. Let me see Ryan Gosling. All right, so artificer. So what's your life like, Siri?
Student, just student, tinker, read, tinker, drink, tinker, blow stuff up, tinker.
So I already know your celebrity analog.
Ooh,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
were you thinking?
It's Kiernan Shipka.
Oh, okay. Not the one I was
No,
thinking.
don't encourage this. Do not encourage this. It's not right.
It's Kiernan Shipka.
Okay.
As she is now, not as a what's her face, Sally Draper, obviously.
Just Sabrina with actual demon horns.
With purple skin. She's a little purple tiefling. I know that much.
Yeah, a little purple tiefling.
And so you're just basically just like a regular old run-of-the-mill college student.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing special, nothing fancy. Sometimes you just need to be normal.
When you're not being a student, what do you do?
Drink, sleep, tinker. Very one-track character.
Where do you live?
Dorms. I haven't left the university. Or rather, when I do, it's to sneak out to go to that bar that everyone says has got really great beer, but we're not supposed to go to.
Center Street Champs?
Probably, yeah. Don't go there. It's not good reputation for someone who's studying whatever it is you're studying. So, of course, all the tieflings go there to drink.
Also, I just realized Charlton Copley would be a good one for me, too.
Say that again?
The guy who played Murdoch in the A-Team film?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, only small Murdoch.
I'm just gonna keep going with Dinklage, because that's like in my head now. Because he's got he's got range. I like him a lot.
Oh yeah, like there's definitely some range there.
Just keep
Rage and
picturing
bitterness.
his character from Death at a Funeral, either the British or American version.
Because he was in both. Like those
The accent changes every so often.
No, I think that he played his character is American, I believe, in both versions.
I think so too, yeah. But now I'm imagining him with like an English accent. It's kind of interesting.
Oh, so you mean his?
I love where in England is Peter Dinklage from? And someone writes down Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Yep.
From Jersey.
He's from Morristown.
Yeah, he's from Morristown. He's from Jersey.
My
wow.
favorite place in Jersey. They should have a statue of him there, not that creepy dude that like scares the crap out of me with the seeing eye dog.
With the dog, yeah.
Oh no, I actually like that statue.
The first time I crossed the street in Morristown, it scared the hell out of me.
It's almost uncanny valley.
It is because it's like
yeah.
because he's so pale. He's so weird and pale looking. I'm like, I get that it's like, very historical, like, monument to
it's the guide dog
accessibility
by there. The guide dog school that's by there.
But it scares me.
the statue. Okay, now I see it. Yeah, the statue is kind of.
Mm-hmm. So Siri,
Good job.
what's your family situation?
What family? I'm a
Exactly.
tiefling. I don't have a family. I've never had a family.
So you just popped out fully formed?
I'm a tiefling. That's it. I've been told you're special. You don't have a family. So I don't. Never thought to ask it. Because
Does
if
it make you sad though?
No. She tinkers. That's all she cares about.
What was your childhood like, not having a family and just like,
You ever get those parents that try to buy their kids love by giving them all the stuff to distract them? Yeah, that pretty much is Siri.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, you're asking me a question. Here's something new to try and make. Oh, you're asking a question. Here's another project for you. And then
Oh, you're asking a question. Here's another book.
Yeah, she just gets really excited and starts working on it and tinkering and getting really, really happy about it.
So can you repeat your stats for us, please?
That's let me go on a roll 20 because I don't remember what they are. I put everything into the roll 20, so just gotta check.
If we do use it, you're ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I do everything on roll 20. It's just easier. It really is. Keeps track of all my, but then it's like you get to a weekend like this weekend where I wanted to play D&D and all my character stats were on roll 20, so it took me forever to open them up. Okay, here we go. Okay, so strength of 12, dexterity 14, constitution 14, intelligence 18, wisdom 14, charisma 13.
Cool.
So you're quintessential well-rounded tiefling with the ridiculously high intelligence.
So what's the coolest thing that you've ever tinkered?
I probably tried to build a perpetual motion machine.
So, how do artificers really work, really, as a class? Because I'm not familiar with them really.
They make stuff. That's why I want to double check the new artificer rules in Eberron, because right now I'm using the UA version, which I like. They're kind of like paladins. No, not paladins.
Do you want to look that up now, just to like see what's up?
Well, I'd have to actually get the book, and the book came out today.
Oh yeah.
So
Kaide, right on the money.
what does Kaide have a link to it?
No. They said so Entrapta from the current Shira.
It's pretty much it's Entrapta. But I already have a character who's Entrapta, so I'm trying to copy her. I have a level 20 Arcana cleric who looks and acts just like Entrapta, so I'm trying not to do that with Ciri.
Mm-hmm.
Ciri likes to drink, and Ciri likes to socialize when she's not blowing things up. And the blowing things up thing is intentional. Everything she makes explodes. It's just a matter of when, but everything she makes explodes, including that perpetual motion machine. And when it exploded, it took out her entire dorm room.
So she's not a very good artificer.
Oh no, she's great at what she does. It's just her specialty is making things explode. She's an artillery specialist.
Ooh.
She makes guns. Yeah, under the original artificer rules, you get to pick, did you want to be an alchemist, an artillery specialist, or something else? And I'm like, well, Ciri has an obsession with making things blow up, so she's an artillery specialist. But I want to double check all of these things. But her main thing is, grenades. I can make grenades. Oh, shells. I can make shells. People come to her door, knock on her door, opens it. There's a military guy out there saying, we need something that can explode and make everything look like it's covered in pink dust. Ciri's done 2 days later.
Wow.
After exploding
All right.
it, covering herself in pink dust.
How old are you, Ciri?
26.
26? I thought you were like 19.
She's been doing this for a while.
Oh, so you are a grad student, pretty much.
She's a grad student, yes.
I thought you were playing Ciri like much younger.
No, that's the Ciri from the old game when she was still the worst bard in Waterdeep.
Oh yeah, I miss her.
That's 19-year-old Ciri.
I miss my sister.
I wanted to try something different. So we have a 26-year-old Ciri.
Mm-hmm. But she's like Babby. She's like small.
She's naive and really dumb.
So somebody's gonna actually take screenshots of the Eberron stuff for us, I believe, for the Artificer stuff.
I was just going to read the book tomorrow because they're probably going to have it in Barnes & Noble.
All right.
Probably end up buying the book at some point.
Let me see what else I can ask about Ciri. Or is there stuff you want to tell me about Siri that like we haven't covered?
No, I don't want to like pre-create a character and then decide as I'm playing her I don't like that. So
Gotcha.
that's what happened with most of my characters. It's like I will come up with an idea, make it very simple, and then as I play the character, I develop them into something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Sawyer ended up being 7.5 feet tall and gay, because I liked playing him that way.
Yeah.
Have you guys played together before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I unfortunately I'm sort of don't know the history here. How
There's like a
There's
whole
no-
like web of like familial stuff happening. Like all our
Okay.
characters know each other
okay.
pretty much for the most part. Yeah, like my half orc and like Lex's, this was my first character, and like Lex's half elf were like dating and have a kid and everything like that.
Oh wow.
Like,
Okay.
a whole huge thing.
Okay.
It's a very convoluted backstory.
But like they
This
keep
version of
having
Siri
kids so we can have more characters to play.
This version of Siri just takes the one that I made for that Out of the Abyss Storm King's Thunder crossover that we never finished, and just reskins her because I kind of like the character.
Okay.
But instead of her being a naive 19-year-old who can barely play the flute and is incredibly bad at her barding job, this is a 26-year-old grad student who is very good at the things she's been tasked to do. That's about all she's good at, but she's very good at it.
Hang on, there seems to be some drama in the chat.
Yeah, I'll send Rich an email about it.
Oh, okay. Cool. I wasn't sure what they were referring to.
I bet Long Island Tabletop must have a Discord channel open. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you have Discord, Dave?
I do. Yeah.
Cool. I can invite you to the server that I just made for this.
Oh, okay.
If you don't want to give your Discord out on the air, I can just get it later.
Yeah.
In,
Okay.
yeah. In
we can
the
get it
post
later.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That sounds good.
But
Now you guys mentioned. I'm sorry to do something out of game, but you guys mentioned Morristown. Do you guys go to DexCon and Dreamation and?
I've been to DexCon once.
Okay.
But like the con that we usually go to is DerpyCon, but they're moving.
DerpyCon. Okay.
Yeah, they're moving to New Brunswick next
okay.
year. So
Okay.
this was their last year in Morristown.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that was advertised there. So.
Yeah, love Morristown. I like walking around there. It's really nice. It's like
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Go to Jersey Boys, the bagel place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I go to the so I've gone to DexCon and Metatopia and Dreamation many times.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the place that I like to go to every time I visit is the place that makes the grilled cheese.
We've never been to the grilled cheese place.
Where's the grilled cheese place?
It's that one down the hill before the Dunkin' Donuts where you keep saying you want to go.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's by Fatty's, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's really
I
good.
actually like going to the sushi place, the Nakano Sushi.
Yes, Nakano's so good.
I love that sushi
Is
restaurant.
it Nakano or Nagano?
One of them. I just know that their lunch special is great.
One city in Japan or persons. I don't know.
And then we go to
in Japan?
Tito's Burritos before we leave.
Oh god, that place is sinful. Apparently I blocked out my first interaction with that place because the quesadilla I got was so cursed and sinful. It was very good, but like I didn't remember getting it because it was filled. It was basically a fat sandwich as a quesadilla. It had like fries in it and like all sorts of cheese. It was fattening as hell. And I was just like, oh wow, it was so good though. Let's see. I'm wondering what else that I can do for your characters to get to know them. So we have we have Charleston, the fighter, who currently now is working at Center Street Champs as a barback.
That's correct.
Gotcha. Stuart Smalls, the halfling charlatan rogue, who just kind of does whatever, right?
Probably occasionally does research studies as a research subject. Probably also helps students.
Subject.
Do you have like a bunch of side effects that we can roll a d6 for?
Yeah, like I'm totally down with that. I'm just like, what am I doing today?
It's like you just have a nervous tick, or like you'll just I can't have a bunch of d6s for your character. I already have d6s for your story.
but also probably hops into the bar also partly for karaoke and partly for charming any tourists or I mean, they try to be well behaved and pay their tab. They're there often enough that at least like they're kind of a draw of like getting more people in that pay. They maybe read cards or maybe like set up or just
So
act ridiculous.
So do you aim to misbehave, or is it just like, I got to do what I got to do?
Right now, it's more gotta do what gotta do.
Gotta do what I got to do, and grifting is like the only thing that I'm good at right now.
Yeah, but they're kind of in a rut. So.
Oh, okay, so 2 ex-vets in a rut.
Only one's much more
Yeah.
like Murdoch-y,
All right, so all right, I think I know how to get you guys at least into the inciting action. Siri might be a little bit of a challenge. I think I know how though.
I already know how. It's pretty easy.
Go into the bar?
Yeah, she just there on a Friday night drinking with her friends, and then shenanigans happens. Maybe she whips out something that explodes. I don't know.
I was just gonna say it sounds
I
something
also
explode.
Stuart also occasionally visits their younger sibling. Also because they're on campus, and if they're like there for some research or something, they'll probably try and dip in and say hi. They are like they get along with their younger sibling pretty well.
Sister, you said?
Yes, sister. Let's go with sister.
All right. Does she have a name?
Give me 5 minutes. Let's find out. And she's kind of naive, but like she's just about to graduate like high school. Like she's that kind of like trying to get like her stuff together, and like he's trying to be supportive and like have her be like, hey, if you need a place to crash, I'll be like the cool sibling and like let you crash and like I'll listen. But like it's kind of more self-imposed shame of like he feels like he's this horrible person and like down on his luck, and that his family is like that he's like this huge shame to his family when like probably his sister is pretty chill with them and his family like would be worried, but he's doing that whole like I am kind of the secret shame, but also I'm too proud to like show up at my family's door and be like, hey, can you take me in?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like there's an undercurrent of like anger and pride there.
All right.
Sister's name.
You have 5 seconds, or it's Enya. 5, 4, 3.
Yeah,
2,
I don't think random.org
1.
is
Enya Smalls is her name.
I'm just waiting for someone to say, "Oh, we're just gonna give her the nickname Biggie."
Biggie
Smalls.
We have to at some point.
She is human, and she's like she's not she is like taller for a halfling.
Okay.
How about
so
small?
she can pass, is what you're saying? It's like a short. Short
like
human?
she passes as like a short human female. Yeah.
What would be tall for a halfling? That's not like considered freakishly tall for a halfling.
4
like
foot?
5 feet is tall
for a halfling.
That's on the tall side. Yeah.
Gotcha. Because I always mix up with the like the height, like which race is the smallest. Like I for some reason I thought like gnomes were supposed to be taller than halflings, but they're shorter than halflings apparently.
I think it's gnomes, halflings, dwarves, humans, but I'm not like there's some overlap. So I always get confused.
Well, there's no gnomes or dwarves in this world, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, so there we go.
But I just meant like in general.
Like in general, yeah.
Oh, Siri, who's your bestie? Don't say science.
I'm under the assumption that Siri doesn't have any real friends.
Really?
Like, she really likes tinkering and building stuff, and there's a bunch of tieflings that all sneak out to go to the bar, but I don't see her as having a best friend.
So she's just kind of like a loner then?
Well, the kind of person who's friends with everyone but isn't close friends with anyone.
Okay.
Oh,
So
so
she's
she gets along and does like small talk, but isn't really friends with them.
She like no matter who she's with, she'll be their friend, but when everyone goes home, she's perfectly fine tinkering.
so what's her temperament?
Depends on what's happening.
Okay.
Probably pretty level-headed, but it depends on what's happening.
Level-headed. So would she kind of be like the group mom, basically? The party
No,
mom?
you don't want her to be a mom. Maybe an auntie, but
An
you don't want her
auntie.
to be a mom.
I do enjoy the fact that you guys are gonna be thrown into some chaos and you're all in your mid-20s as characters. Like, which is like, you know, as we know, the most stable of ages. Ugh. Let's see here. So I pretty much know how to get you guys into the inciting action. Do you have any questions for me about the world and mechanics and things like that?
That's a good question. Is it so like attack, you know, the combat stuff is essentially going to be the same as D&D 5th edition? Is that sort of what you're working on?
Yeah. So there are some, so okay. So pretty much at the start of the game, at the start of the campaign, you will have nothing.
Okay.
You will get things later on. It's okay, so it's going to be kind of like the beginning of an Elder Scrolls game.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's just like, you know, you're
Learning
thrown into
plot
the
armor.
action and then you get stuff along the way.
Now, is the weaponry just so I can play my character a little
Mhm.
bit along the lines of what the world is like? Is the weaponry like lasers or is it projectile like magazines and machine guns
It
and
would
stuff?
be more like so the police don't use they have like guns and things, they have like guns and things like that, the projectiles, but mostly they use like batons, so just like clubs,
Okay.
things like that. There's a lot of melee weapons.
Okay.
I have a couple notes as well here.
But the military were they using lasers or more just like guns?
More like guns, more like ballistics.
Okay.
And
Okay.
things like that. I do have a couple of sheets and things like that that, like, you know, that I can use to, like, you know, that are analogous to the D&D 5e
Okay.
combat system for you know, ballistics weapons and things like that. I can give you more information in the Discord,
Okay. Is
like
there
like during the week.
is there armor and stuff like that too?
Yeah, you
Okay.
would be starting with no armor, but you will be getting armor for the first encounter, definitely.
Okay. And then the spells, I'm not doing any spells, but
Yeah.
the spells are like slightly you've modified them a bit.
I haven't modified the spells. I've modified when you can cast spells.
Okay. All right.
Multi-classing will be opened up in I want to say when you hit tier 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Mostly because by then the setting will have changed.
Okay.
So there's that. Anything else you want to ask me?
Well, I was thinking like, well, you already sort of asked it, like how much money would we have, but you've already sort of answered that saying we're going to start basically with nothing. So
I meant like equipment wise.
yeah, okay, no problem.
Like I figure like starting equipment, like you'll have, like, you know, your gold or whatever. I'm
Okay.
just gonna say gold because it's like, you know, it's just easier
Yeah.
to say that, but, like, you know, it won't actually, like, you know, be gold
Right.
pieces.
Credits or something.
Pretty much, yeah. It might be like electronic based or something like that.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, like the currency situation, I don't feel like that would be like that much of a problem to
Yeah.
deal with. But, like, you know, you probably wouldn't have like, if you're just like, so pretty much what's going to be happening is at the start when we start playing, there's going to be an inciting incident and all of you are going to be thrown together. Like all of you as strangers are going to be thrown together and having to get yourself out of a situation.
Okay. Now,
Sorry?
I was going to say, is the government, just to give like a feel of it, is the government sort of like a dark, oppressive government, or is it sort of just
Not
non-existent?
really.
Like, is it run by a parliament, or is it run by like a dictator, kind of,
It's a theocracy for the most part, but
Okay.
it's a very passive theocracy.
Okay.
Like the church is is the thing that controls everything, but that's just because they have all the money and resources.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
But they're like, it's very passive. It's not like, oppressive, really.
Okay.
It's more like just trying to figure out the analogy. Is more is it more like how England or like Norway is, where like there's a state church technically,
Yeah, pretty
but
much.
like it's more paper influence than like like they had the history and the money historically, but now it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and I'm sure like, like if like there could probably be like, a smaller parliament really that like, deals with like the bureaucracy and things like that. But
Okay.
like the church would mostly like, mostly everything would like go through the church pretty much. Not just say church, just like an analog, because like everything is like routed through the citadel, which is in the middle of the city. Lex, what are you doing?
What?
I just hear like paper shuffling.
No, that's not paper. I've got my I set this thing on my chill pad, so my speaker doesn't
Oh, okay.
What is the food like? Is the food scarce, or is it
No,
bland, or
you have like pretty much like anything that you could really want.
okay.
It's climate controlled. Like there is like, a rain function pretty much.
Okay.
But like everything is like
Is it like hydroponics kind of growing, or everybody's got like food growing on the top of the buildings?
yeah, there is like, like a farming system in place.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
It's not like
I
we're
am
all
here to
eating
cover.
Soylent Green or anything.
No, it's not that dark.
Okay.
I mean, there could be like some synthetic, like, foods in place, but like for the most part, just to like, keep it simple, there's not going to be, it's pretty much going to be like what we're used to
Okay.
for the most part. Maybe there's like synthetic meats or something like that, because I don't feel like there would be like a lot of animals really.
Okay.
They've all been hunted down, or maybe there's like, just like a steady supply of like livestock that they keep somewhere.
Okay. And then another question I had that might be in a little bit relation to you being in the military or whatever is, um, uh, is there a lot of people have like pistols, or you said they have more like melee weapons? Like, is having a melee weapon illegal, or having a pistol illegal?
It depends on what your status within the community is. Like if you were like an active soldier, then or a police officer,
Right.
then like, I would say for more like, the ballistics for pistols and things like that, it would be more of an issue. But like if you had like a club or something like that on you that you could keep like concealed,
Okay.
like it would be like frowned upon, obviously, but like, I don't think it's like, thrown in jail type stuff.
Okay.
But like if you were like if you were former military but were not active, would you still be able to have a pistol on you?
You would have a license for that.
You would have a license.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
I say to the charlatan rogue who is
Yeah.
ex-military. Damn it.
I sense something will happen in the future.
Yeah. Oh, how crazy is it that we can't call Blade Runner a future movie anymore because we're living in Blade Runner times right now?
Yeah, really.
Ugh, I hate that. Like I experienced the same thing with Evangelion 4 years ago, and now it's Blade Runner time. Don't love that.
Yeah.
Do not love that. All right. I'm still open to questions, or if you want to, basically I'm just asking like if you want to know anything about the world, just so that like, if there's something you're like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I got another question. Now, how many people live in this domed city?
I would say anywhere between 4 to 6 million.
Oh, wow, it's big. Okay.
It's big.
Okay.
which serves my dark purposes.
Okay. That sounds good.
Uh-huh.
Are there
Yeah,
like any public transit systems?
there
like...
is a subway system.
Okay.
Ooh.
There is a subway system. There are buses. There's no flying cars. Fortunately, I didn't want to like go through the the effort to make that work within my setting. Also, just because I felt like it wouldn't really, because there's really no use for it.
Right. Okay.
It's really hard to kind of like, say the aesthetic that I have in my head, because like there aren't really going to be any visuals.
Right.
But it's pretty much just like, I'm basing it on things like the look would be some similar to like Blade Runner or Kung Fury, or like what was that one video game, like Hotline Miami?
Oh, Hotline Miami. Okay, yeah.
Like that kind of look. And oh wait, let me put the Spotify playlist. Spotify, Jesus, what's wrong with me? There is a Spotify playlist for the campaign that I'll put into the chat for any interested parties. No, not like Fifth Element, because it has like stuff that flies.
I think I found an image. Let me see if I can copy this. Put it into the chat. Oh no, this has a river in it though.
There's also going to be Western elements incorporated, but that's not until later. It's a semi-spoiler.
It's a very interesting mashup right now in my head.
Yeah, it was very dangerous of Rich to give me this opportunity.
Oh, that's horrible, but hopefully that links. Oh, I see. Let's see. I'm looking on Spotify right now.
Sending you to Pinterest. Why do I have to log in to see a Pinterest thing?
Oh, really? I just searched for it.
Oh, now it's sending me to Tumblr. Oh, God, I hate Tumblr. What a curse Tumblr is. Kind of. Yeah, from like the itty bitty thumbnail, I can see kind of like that. Maybe not as like, maybe not as decrepit looking.
Okay.
But similar to that.
Okay.
Basically, if you don't have the right credentials or clearance, you're not getting out.
Right. Right.
And as far as I can tell, none of you do. So y'all are stuck. But you have everything that you could want, really, within reason.
Right. Okay.
So gilded cage kind of deal.
Kinda, yeah.
Like you can't really move, but at the same time, would you necessarily want to?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All
right. Yeah. So yeah, Spotify playlist in the chat for those who are interested. Constantly adding to it. Some stuff might not make sense yet, but we'll get there eventually. Anything else you want to ask me, or you have qualms about?
So, Rich asked me to do this because, he had something that he needed to take care of, and that's fine. Because I'm really starting to do a whole bunch of things on Twitch too. But just for everybody else, also, you are doing this every other week?
Every other Tuesday, yes.
Every other Tuesday, okay.
Yeah, there's going to be kind of a gap between, because Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve are going to be on Tuesdays this year.
Okay.
So there's going to be a little bit of a gap between, the 17th, I believe, and the one after New Year's. So.
Okay. All right, that's cool.
But yeah, every other Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll try to. I mean, do you have more people that were interested in playing? Because I'll try to make it as much as I can. Because
I've been having a little bit of trouble finding players, honestly.
Okay.
So if anybody in the chat is interested in my amalgam weird world, definitely hit me up on Twitter. I think my Twitter is linked in the in the Long Island Tabletop Twitter. It's at AJ Martinson. My DMs are open if you want to possibly experiment and play in this world. But yeah, I've been having a little bit of trouble finding players because some people are like, oh no, I have work, or like, oh, I don't want to be on camera,
Right.
or like, you know, they just kind of ghost, which sucks.
Okay.
But,
Well,
you
what
know.
we've done tonight already is, showed that you don't have to be on camera.
Yeah, pretty much. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Can't use that argument anymore.
pretty
Yeah.
much. Hopefully we can get you guys some avatars.
Oh, that would
That'd
be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, just like throw up a picture of Peter Dinklage and like like that one little tiefling picture that you found.
Like, we are so sorry.
Oh god, my notes look like a crazy person wrote them. Look at this if you can see.
I'm loving the old school like inch binder going on.
Right? Yeah, this glorious Staples brand. No, wait, it's not Staples. What am I doing?
Like, it's not even Staples brand.
Avery Dennison, not sponsored. Binder that I
need school issues.
yeah, exactly. I think this is actually my old statistics binder that I used to use in college. That like, cause that was my one Friday class and I just needed a binder for it, and I just used this one because it was an inch. I didn't feel like bringing like my world history one, because like needs that like mess clogging up my backpack. Right. So I am open to any more questions or like, comments or anything like that. Like, what do you think? Or
Well, I'm curious about it. I would. So yeah, that's what I'm saying is we developed a unique kind of characters. So I'd like to play. I can't wait to
Cool.
to throw down.
Nice.
I like to see where this goes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I could give you a little bit of a preview. So pretty much. So how at the beginning I said that there's no magic.
Right.
There is, just not for you guys.
Okay.
Kind of. So what you're going to see is something, you're going to basically bear witness to something that is completely foreign that you have no concept of. And it's going to result in basically you being fugitives.
Ooh.
So, you're ready for that.
No.
Yep. So, don't you love how I asked you who your best friends and family and everything were?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any connections that could be used against your character?
Pretty much. Pretty much. So, yeah, so that's everything on my end, really. So, next time I'll throw you into the action, and you guys will be subject to my my DMing. And by then I think everything will be on Roll20.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, anybody in the chat have anything that they want to contribute or ask or anything like that? Give them about like 10 seconds to get there.
I sent the link up of Charleston. He's restocking the vodka.
Restocking the vodka. Let me see what this looks like. Why are all the links like?
I don't know how do you
ridiculous?
how do you make a small link? I don't know.
Go
how
to tiny URL.
Oh,
and just put it in the thing.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Oh wow, Chris. What's his face? Charleston is swole. Make him a half orc, dude.
No.
Just anything for like more half orcs to be incorporated, and there will be a half orc. I have incorporated a couple of. There is a half orc whom you will meet later on.
Okay.
I guess when you make it to tier 2, you will meet a half orc whomst I believe two of you will be very familiar with.
Oh, I think I know who now.
Yeah. So
that sounds fun.
Yeah, so and he will be a completely different person. He will not have -1 charisma. I rolled.
Go get a soda from the fridge Hey AJ, would you like me to get you a can of Diet Shasta?
Oh, I love my boy. Yeah, you'll be meeting my boy Shasta, and when you hit tier 2, I rolled his
Diet
stats.
Shasta.
I would say Diet Shasta. Actually,
Diet Shasta.
this would be like Shasta plus because he is
Not
smooth
Dr.
as hell.
Shasta.
Can we make an alignment chart for all the Shastas? all the types of Shasta.
That would be funny. That'd be a good meme.
I want to make an alignment chart for all of the okay, so like I take a lot of road trips basically. So like I've seen Sheets, I've seen Wawa, I've seen Quick Check, I've seen Royal Farms. I want to make an alignment for all those like places. Alignment chart for all those places. True neutral would be Wawa, correct?
Well, okay, where would Flying J be in this?
Flying J would be chaotic evil.
True. Okay, now that we've had that set, then we can fill in everyone else. Sheets and Wawa are pretty close, though. I don't know.
I think like
Sheets is neutral good.
Sheets is neutral good.
What would Wawa be?
Because the
Neutral
food is
evil
good,
because
but
the
they
ghosts-
obviously are.
Wawa is true neutral, I believe.
Yeah,
True
Wawa's
neutral?
true neutral. Quick Check is lawful good.
Royal Farms,
Lawful evil.
lawful evil.
But they're
Lawful
chicken.
evil. Because their food will
Chicken.
eventually kill you. They just don't want to admit it.
Oh well, okay, true.
Wow, I can't believe we're doing this. I'm very happy that we are. But here's a preview of some characters that you'll be meeting next week. In 2 weeks rather. You will be meeting Bruti, Sporchi, and Kativi, and a man named James. So if you can tell me the reference what I'm referencing to when I say Bruti, Sporti, and Kativi, then you get automatic inspiration for the session.
Hey.
Because that is a deep cut. And Lex, you can't because I told you.
No idea.
Okay. It's a very old Italian movie. Well, not very old. It's an Italian movie. That has a very interesting translation, but it works for their characters, and you will see because you'll meet them next time when you are thrown into the chaos that is Moroder. So, I mean, if we don't have anything else,
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. So if we got questions, any other questions? If not, I guess
the
we
one
can call it
question
a
that I
wrap.
see,
It's up
the
to you.
one question I see in the chat is where would come and go be in the alignment chart of roadside?
Oh, that's just
Neutral
chaotic evil. No, that outdoes Flying J.
I mean, then we got to start talking about like Get Go and all those other places.
I think Loves is true neutral. Loves is true neutral.
Okay, I will accept that. Yeah, having been to plenty of those.
All right. Yeah, so I think we can probably wrap it up then.
Okay, well then, I guess AJ, thanks so much for having us make some characters and being here with us. And we had several watchers and stuff. And thanks for all the comments from Katie Carew. Is that how you say it? Is that right?
Kaite, I believe, right?
Kaite.
Yeah, it's
Karu?
like it's Japanese,
Okay.
I believe.
And so then we are going to see, we're going to be back on, at least that's the schedule, right? What's the date?
2 weeks.
It's the 3rd of December. Is that correct?
Believe so. I can't do calendar math in my head. Yeah,
No
3rd of
problem.
December.
Okay. And that's awesome. I really appreciate it. Nice to meet you, Kit and Lex. And I know Rich isn't on right now, but thanks, Rich, for helping me set everything up. So this is I learned a little bit how to do these screens and this thing. So this has been a great night, and I think our characters are awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome. And then in 2 weeks we will start with the campaign.
Sounds great, AJ. I really appreciate it.
All right, cool. All right, bye everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, take care. Bye bye.
See ya.